Have you ever wondered about the complex details that led to the demise of Osama bin Laden, one of the most wanted terrorists around the world? It's a tale of intelligence, planning, and precise execution, a story that involves agencies and military units from across the United States. This is the story of Operation Neptune Spear. This operation wasn't just significant because it led to the death of bin Laden, but because it was a pivotal moment in the global war on terror. It marked the culmination of years of intelligence work and military efforts to locate and eliminate this extremist leader. Operation Neptune Spear unfolded over May 1, 2011 in Abbottabad, Pakistan. The operation was named after the trident, the symbol of the U.S. Navy, and it was the Navy's elite SEAL Team 6 that was entrusted with the mission. Officially known as the United States Naval Special Warfare Development Group, or DEVGRU, this team was chosen for their expertise in special operations and counter-terrorism. There were several stages to this operation, each as crucial as the last. There was the intelligence gathering phase, where agencies like the Central Intelligence Agency tracked leads that pointed to bin Laden's possible location. The planning and preparation phase, where a detailed plan for the raid was developed based on the intelligence gathered. Then came the execution, a helicopter-borne assault on the compound where bin Laden was believed to be hiding. This was followed by the capture and killing phase, where the SEALs encountered resistance and ultimately found and killed bin Laden on the third floor of the compound. Finally, there was the extraction phase, where the SEALs left the compound with bin Laden's body for identification. Each of these stages required precision, coordination, and a high level of secrecy, culminating in a mission that demonstrated the capabilities of the United States Special Operations Forces. Join us as we dive into the details of this pivotal operation. It all began with the meticulous gathering of intelligence. This phrase sets the stage for a process that, while often overlooked, is the cornerstone of any successful military operation. Operation Neptune Spear was no exception. Various intelligence agencies, including the Central Intelligence Agency or CIA, were instrumental in this process. The task was daunting, akin to finding a needle in a haystack, but they were up for the challenge. The goal was to track leads that could potentially point to Osama bin Laden's location. This required relentless tracking, careful analysis, and an immense amount of patience. The techniques used in this intelligence gathering were diverse. Human intelligence played a crucial role. This involved the use of informants, undercover agents, and even members of the local population. These individuals provided valuable insights, information, and leads that helped guide the intelligence community's efforts. Next came the use of surveillance. This was a multifaceted approach that involved the employment of cutting-edge technology. Satellites, drones, and other advanced equipment were used to monitor movements, identify patterns, and gather visual data from the suspected location. The last piece of the puzzle was the analysis of various sources. This included everything from intercepted communications to public records and even social media posts. Every piece of information, no matter how seemingly insignificant, was scrutinized and cross-referenced. The result of these efforts was a possible location: a compound in Abbottabad, Pakistan. The compound stood out due to its high walls, limited access, and other unique characteristics. It was the proverbial needle in the haystack. However, identifying a potential location was only the beginning. The information had to be verified, cross-checked, and analyzed. It was a painstaking process, but the stakes were high. The target was Osama bin Laden, the leader of Al-Qaeda, and the man behind numerous terrorist attacks. The gathered intelligence was the basis for the next crucial step: planning the operation. This would be a task as complex and intricate as the intelligence gathering process itself. But with the foundation laid, the stage was set for Operation Neptune Spear to move into its next phase. Armed with knowledge, the stage was set for the planning of the operation. The depth of the intelligence gathered provided the blueprint for the mission. This phase was a collaborative effort, involving various military and intelligence bodies, each bringing unique expertise to the table. The first step was the selection of the team to execute the mission. SEAL Team 6, officially known as the United States Naval Special Warfare Development Group, DEVGRU, was chosen. Why? They were the crème de la crème, the best of the best. Their unique expertise in special operations and counter-terrorism made them the ideal choice for this endeavor. The planning was meticulous, every detail was attended to, every contingency considered. The layout of the compound, the potential responses of its occupants, the optimal routes of entry and exit, all these were carefully studied and planned for. The mission was called Operation Neptune Spear. It was a fitting title. Just as Neptune Spear was swift and unerring, so too was the operation intended to be. The preparation was equally thorough. The SEALs underwent intensive training to familiarize themselves with the layout of the compound, even practicing in a full-sized replica built for this purpose. It was important that every member of the team knew the plan like the back of their hand. Furthermore, the team was equipped with the latest technology and weaponry to give them every possible advantage. Collaboration was key. The operation was not the work of one group alone. It was a symphony of cooperation between military and intelligence agencies. The Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, the National Security Agency, NSA, the Defense Intelligence Agency, DIA, and others all played their parts. Their collective efforts ensured that the SEALs had the most accurate and up-to-date information possible. With a detailed plan in place, it was time for action. The stage was set, the players prepared. The next phase was execution. The world held its breath as Operation Neptune Spear moved from the planning stages to the field of action. The fate of the global war on terror hinged on the success of this mission. On the night of May 1, 2011, the operation was set into motion. As darkness blanketed the town of Abbottabad, Pakistan, the wheels of Operation Neptune Spear were already turning. Unseen in the night sky, two modified Black Hawk helicopters carrying an elite team of Navy SEALs cut through the cold air. Their destination, a fortified compound believed to be the hideout of the world's most wanted man, Osama bin Laden. The helicopters descended on the compound with the precision of a surgeon's scalpel. This was a mission that left no room for error. The first helicopter landed inside the compound's walls while the second hovered above. The SEALs disembarked, their senses heightened, their training kicking in. They moved swiftly, breaching the compound's doors and clearing the rooms one by one. The mission was designed to be a blitzkrieg, swift, precise, and overwhelming. This wasn't a typical military operation. It was an intricate ballet of violence choreographed to the last detail. The SEALs, members of the elite Team 6, moved through the compound with a synchrony that spoke volumes of their training and discipline. They were a single unit, their movements fluid and their decisions instantaneous. The operation was fraught with danger. The compound was booby-trapped, and the SEALs faced heavy resistance from the occupants. But they pressed on, their resolve unyielding. Their mission was clear: capture or kill Osama bin Laden. As they ascended to the third floor, they came face to face with their target. What happened next was a brief but decisive firefight. When the dust settled, Osama bin Laden, the man behind the extremist group Al-Qaeda, lay dead. In less than 40 minutes, the SEALs had accomplished what the world had been trying to do for over a decade. They had eliminated Osama bin Laden. The operation resulted in a confrontation that would change the course of the global war on terror. It was a testament to the precision, skill, and bravery of the men of SEAL Team 6, and a pivotal moment in the fight against terrorism. The confrontation led to the death of Osama bin Laden. This statement, simple as it may sound, carries the weight of a decade-long manhunt that spanned continents and consumed countless resources. As the SEALs infiltrated the compound, they encountered resistance from its occupants. The air was thick with tension. Each room cleared, each corner turned, brought them one step closer to their target. The operation was designed to capture bin Laden if possible, but the SEALs were prepared for a firefight, and a firefight they found. On the third floor of the compound, they came face to face with the world's most wanted man, Osama bin Laden. The details of what transpired in those few crucial moments are sparse. What we do know is that in a brief exchange of fire, bin Laden was killed. The man who had evaded capture for over a decade, who was the mastermind behind the September 11th attacks, and who had become the face of global terrorism, was no more. The death of bin Laden was more than just the successful completion of a mission. It was a symbolic victory, a message to terrorists worldwide that no matter how far they run or how well they hide, they will be found. It was a testament to the relentless pursuit of justice by the United States and her allies. But it was also a moment of reflection, a moment to remember the lives lost in the September 11th attacks and in the many acts of terror that followed. A moment to remember the soldiers who had risked, and in some cases, given their lives in the pursuit of bin Laden. The death of bin Laden was a turning point in the fight against global terrorism. It marked the end of an era, but not the end of the fight. With the mission accomplished, it was time to leave the compound. The SEALs had done what they had set out to do. They had found and eliminated Osama bin Laden. But their work was far from over. The extraction was yet to come, and with it the announcement to the world of what they had achieved. The SEALs successfully extracted from the compound with bin Laden's body in tow. This marked the end of the ground operation, but the mission was far from over. It was critical to confirm that the man taken down was indeed Osama bin Laden. To ensure the accuracy of identification, multiple methods were employed. These included facial recognition techniques and genetic testing, which ultimately confirmed that the man killed in the raid was the elusive leader of Al-Qaeda. While the SEALs were carrying out their daring mission on the ground in Pakistan, thousands of miles away in the United States, a select group of individuals was privy to the ongoing operation. The secrecy surrounding Operation Neptune Spear was paramount. This was not just another military operation. It was an operation targeting the world's most wanted man. The need for complete secrecy was so high that not even Pakistan, the country where the operation was taking place, was informed beforehand. Once the SEALs had safely exited Pakistani airspace, the world was still oblivious to the seismic event that had just occurred. The news that would send shockwaves around the globe was yet to be announced. It was not until the early hours of May 2, 2011, that the U.S. government, with President Barack Obama at the helm, made the official announcement. The world woke up to the news that Osama bin Laden, the man responsible for the horrific terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001, had been killed. The successful execution of Operation Neptune Spear marked a turning point in the global war on terror. It demonstrated the unwavering resolve of the United States and its allies in their fight against terrorism. The operation also showcased the incredible skill and bravery of the men of SEAL Team 6, who risked their lives to carry out this mission. The death of Osama bin Laden was more than just the end of a man. It was the closing of a chapter in the fight against global terrorism, but the story is far from over. Operation Neptune Spear was more than just a military operation. It was a testament to the power of collaboration, careful planning, and resolute determination. The operation didn't just end the reign of one of the world's most notorious terrorists. It also sent a clear message to other extremist entities across the globe. It signaled that the world was united against terror, and that no individual, regardless of their influence or reach, was beyond the grasp of justice. The operation didn't just result in the death of Osama bin Laden, it was a significant blow to Al-Qaeda and similar extremist groups. It disrupted their operations, created a power vacuum, and demonstrated that their leaders were not invincible. The operation was a catalyst for change, sparking a series of events that continue to shape the fight against terrorism today. Operation Neptune Spear also showcased the outstanding capabilities of Special Operations Forces, particularly SEAL Team 6. These elite warriors demonstrated extraordinary courage, skill, and dedication during the operation. They put their lives on the line to execute a mission of paramount importance, exemplifying the essence of duty and sacrifice. The operation was a product of years of diligent intelligence work. It was a testament to the tenacity of the intelligence community, who relentlessly pursued leads, pieced together fragments of information, and eventually located bin Laden. Their work was instrumental in the success of the operation, highlighting the critical role of intelligence in national security. The operation also underscored the importance of international cooperation in the fight against terrorism. It was a product of collaboration between various military and intelligence agencies, demonstrating that unity and cooperation are essential in countering global threats. In conclusion, Operation Neptune Spear was a landmark event in the global war on terror. It was not just about the death of one man, but about the demonstration of resolve, the showcase of capabilities, and the affirmation of the world's commitment to fight terrorism. The operation stands as a testament to the precision, capabilities, and dedication of those involved in the global war on terror.